I'm from Treviño, and I took clinical and counseling psychologist as my career. And my city I chose was Austin. The annual wages typically range from like 95,000 to 170,000. The median in Austin is about 133,000. Some major employers are usually healthcare settings like hospitals, medical cares, private practices. The major employers I found in Austin were Kaiser Permanente, Veterans Health Administration, the VHA for short, Optimum Behavioral Health, the Magdalene Healthcare, Spring Health, and Modern Health. The benefits of this job are competitive salaries, the health, dental, and vision insurance, retirement plans like a 401k with contributions. You have paid time off, you have student loan assistance, paid contributions towards education or continuing education, and administrative support. The work balance honestly depends where you choose to work. If you're at a private practice, your schedule will obviously be more flexible depending on what you want to do and when you want to do it. Whereas in a setting of a hospital or mental health clinic, you're definitely going to be given weekly shifts, more full-time, where you'll have to work weekends, holidays. You will be forced to work a more tighter schedule. The structure for this market is a monopsony, whereas yes, there is more than one firm, but there are very few number in firms, and they are very large, powerful firms where they have the power to manipulate the market as they please. With an upward sloping MRC and an upward sloping supply and a downward sloping demand labor, the x-axis will be quantity of labor, where demand meets supply at 133,000. At the yearly salary at the y-axis. The projection is that a lot of students upcoming are getting higher educations, higher degrees, which will cause the supply for these people that get licensed to increase, to shift to the right, which will also shift the MRC to the right, which this allows the quantity to shift to the right, but also the price to go down. Through this shift in supply, the wage will go down, and because it's a monopsony, these companies don't have to worry about if a worker doesn't want to work for that wage. If they want to work for a higher wage, that's okay. They can let them go because there is someone that is willing to work for that lower wage because there's so much more available than there used to be.
Hi, my name is Hayden, and my chosen occupation is gambling dealer. I focus on Las Vegas because it's the largest casino labor market in the US and offers the clearest data. For my major employers, MGM Resorts, Caesars Entertainment, and Wynn Resorts. These firms own most of the casinos on and off the strip, so they control most of the hiring. The average yearly salary for gambling dealers in Las Vegas is about $36,500 according to Career One Stop data. Dealers typically receive health insurance, dental and vision coverage, 401k with company match, life insurance and pay time off, and shift perks like free meals. Work-life balance can be challenging because casinos require nights, weekends, and holidays. For the market structure, it represents a monopsony. In Las Vegas, a small number of big casino companies hire most of the dealers, which gives employers wage setting power. For my labor market model, the y-axis is yearly salary and the x-axis quantity of labor. I drew a downward sloping demand curve and an upward sloping supply curve. The currently salary level, $36,500, intersects with the current labor quantity at point Q, which represents today's average hiring level for dealers. Looking at future projections, national BLS data shows little or no growth for gambling dealer employment overall. But regions expand in gaming, like Las Vegas, and experience higher demand when tourism increases or casinos add more tables. Because of that, I modeled a rightward shift in demand from D to D1. This increases both the future quantity of labor, Q1, and the salary level, YS.
This is Joseph Winslow. My chosen profession is lawyer, and my chosen city is Austin. All right, so some major firms in Austin for lawyers are Jackson Walker LLP, Baker Botts, DLA Piper, and Kirkland & Ellis. But it's important to note that lawyers have a lot of job opportunity. You can work in so many different fields. You could even be your own entrepreneur and start your own law firm. So there's a lot of opportunity there. And with a median salary of $172,400, according to the Bureau of Labor, that's quite significant. And next, to talk a little bit about the health insurance plans, you have health maintenance organizations, which are HMOs, PPOs, which is the other type, usually more expensive than HMOs, and then there's point of service, POS, which is a hybrid of the two aforementioned plans. For life insurance is PTO, pay time off. There are optional 401k and 457s. For work-life balance, it depends on whether you work for the firm or for the state. A state usually has more relaxed work requirements. It's usually just full-time. This is the labor market graph for lawyers because it is perfect competition, considering how many different opportunities there are for lawyers. It's still perfect competition, but this is the labor market graph and future projections for lawyers. Specifically, the demand is shifting to the right, as you can see, increasing the quantity of labor demanded and also the salary. I did this because it's shifting because of people retiring and the general need for lawyers increasing as population grows. There's a need for lawyers and it's going to continue to grow, so that's a good outlook.